Apple review. Let's do a read, guys. Let's do a read. You know, when it's dead, we gotta figure out what the fuck to do. So let's do a read with the divination deck, because we already did the other tarot deck. Unless y'all want to see more reads, y'all gotta be vocal in the comments. You know, I can't read your mind and shit. So guys, welcome in. This is just gonna be a it's gonna be a divination read. Oh, the lights came on. Whoa, that's cool. Let me blow this down a little bit too, because now it's like really bright. Alright, cool. So you gotta realize a few things in your life, right? If you choose to remain poor, it's a personal choice. Like, it'd be wild when you hear somebody say some poor ass shit and be like, yeah, but you chose this shit. Like, people that chose to invest in shorty over their career. The career meaning their actual life, what the fuck they have going on. You know what I'm saying? That shit to me just sounds crazy. It's crazy that like I said, I didn't invest in, you invest into dirty water cup. Cards popped out. Alright, let's start the read. So we're doing past, present, future. Or we could do one that's all right now. It's up to you guys. We'll make a new thing up. It'll be like over the course of the last few weeks. First card we got is chaos and conflict. Y'all gotta realize a few things, right? When it comes to your life, there's always gonna be a push and pull kind of mechanism going with it. Just due to the fact that there's gonna be good days and bad days. I know bad days feel like, because I'm always having a good day. But you know, like the whole emotional aspect, if you are an emotional person, which is something that maybe you should get underway. With emotions, y'all gotta realize, right? It only relates to you. It's only going to be something that you can't feel. Like, I mean, unless you write poetry or something like that, then you know someone's gonna feel it too. But you gotta realize that. And I feel like it gets more and more wild, because like, instead of you choosing to get out of the emotional rut, whatever's going on in your life, you might just choose to sulk in it for like months or like years. And then when like years pass by, you kind of look back at it like, yo, how the hell did this happen to me? But like I said, at the end of the day, it's a personal choice. Like you know that it's not good for you, but you still choose to do it. So that alone is just strange, you know. But with the whole idea of like, it's chaos and conflict, right? With the whole idea of conflict, it comes down to, like I said, the push-pull, right? It comes down to like, how much pressure can you take until you're like in a bus. If you're like me, bro, bring pressure on. Like, life is nothing but to adapt. And this is where I feel as though people kind of fall short in their life, because they'll see what's going on, and instead of like choosing to like, let's say you're walking straight, right, and you see a fucking tree. Instead of choosing to go around the tree, you're walking to the tree. That sounds fucking crazy. But that's what it comes down to. It's kind of like, you have to know how to pivot in life, or else you will actually just like walk into the tree. And I don't know if you guys ever like fell off your bike before, but I definitely did. And when you bust your ass, it's not that much fun. So you just got to stay out of this emotional rut, and you have to make sure that with conflict comes purpose. The next card is all that glitters. So this would be, this is a read for right now, pretty much. We'll call it for right now. We'll call it for the week, right? All that glitters. All that glitters, not gold. That's what they always say. That's why y'all should buy some of this jewelry. Yes, sir. Because it's a clear uni. But like I said, it comes down to how you see the world. It really does, because like, if you're somebody that's very materialistic, all that glitters to you literally is shit that costs a whole bunch of bread, and literally when you walk outside, it glitters in the freaking sky. I mean, not in the sky, it glitters when you go outside, and I know the sun hits it and like it glitters, like, I don't know, something shit like that. But like I said, it really all comes down to you. I feel like it's gonna be way too much if you're gonna choose to just allow the world to beat you down because you don't have to find things in life. And I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with cool shit, but like, you shouldn't buy cool shit and then be poor. That don't make no sense. How does it? Like, you're buying all this cool ass shit and you have no bread. I think that's the most odd shit you could possibly do. People do a lot of strange shit in this world just to like be seen and to be known, and to have so-called validation and to so-called fit in and stuff like that. And if that's you, this channel is definitely not for you. But I just want you to understand that you actually do have a choice in life. If it's gonna be to be a thorough person, meaning like you're staying true to yourself, or you're going to just remain lost and just allow life to make you play, like, I just have you playing victim, even though like the whole victim aspect comes down to you. Like, it's life comes down to choices, and I feel like as though like I say it every single read or every single time I have a video, and like this is truly the truth. Like, life comes down to choices. So the longer you choose to allow life to just beat you down, and you stay down, and then you just lay there and curl up in a ball and be like, yeah, you know, it's gonna get better tomorrow, bitch, make tomorrow today. Like, should be fucking odd. The last card is Yang. Yang, guys, it's more peace. Everything comes with peace, and I feel as though in this day and age, everybody gotta realize that, you know, it's important to have the space, the safe space, whether it's whatever you possibly do in a creative field, like writing or drawing, things I love to do, and just talking shit, things I love to do too, and just being able to express yourself outward besides just actually speaking. That's why I feel it's very important now in this day and age, everybody gets an outlet, and you can have different outlets. I definitely do, and I definitely enjoy all of them, and I make sure to do most of them every single day, because if I didn't, then I'll jump out the window. Just kidding. But yeah, you got to realize that, you know, like I said before, when it comes down to life and these choices you have to make, it's just always best that you understand that it does come down to, what do you want to do out of this life? Do you want to paint a picture? And all these things is ways to bring in revenue, is ways to have a side hustle, is different ways for you to keep on moving up in the world and be able to have extra money to invest and stuff like that. But like I said, it comes down to, what is your true choice? What do you feel as though is your true purpose? What do you feel as though, like, if you think about it, you can't stop thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta chase that, and you gotta make sure you understand that this is passion. Wow, that was good. Let's review the cards, guys. Chaos and conflict, current situation also, with all that glitters. And last but not least, the Yang card. I love y'all. Remember, what your water will grow, what your cast will last. Only you can be a change you want to see in the world. Remember, the longer you choose to not give into your purpose, the longer it's going to take for you to just keep on being lost. And I feel like it really makes no sense for someone to be in gripe every single day, but I see it. I can tell by how someone drives. I can tell by a lot of different things how people actually feel on the outside, because, you know, a lot of times they don't seem happy, and they're definitely not happy. And I feel as though, I can't even say that's life for them. But I love you guys. Stay strong.